And welcome back to Square Off. Now to Decision 2024 and our conversations with the candidates. Today we focus on the 1st Congressional District, a true swing district that could help flip the House next year from Republican to Democratic control. Let's get to know Arizona's 1st District. The first is one of the state's wealthiest districts. It covers large areas of Phoenix, plus Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, Fountain Hills, Carefree, and Cave Creek. It's also home to the Fort McDowell Yavapai community and the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. Kroemer is one of the 6 Democratic hopefuls. Welcome to Square Off.
Thank you for having me.
You're a political newcomer in a pretty large primary field. What is the clearest difference between you and your opponents?
I think really what it comes down to is the breadth and scope of my experiences and qualifications. I'm the only candidate that's worked for Congress for over 10 years with a top secret clearance. I'm the only candidate that has run multiple multi-million-dollar entities. I've won elections. I've worked along the border. I've responded to terrorist attacks, a number of different things. I could go on and on, but I think I am uniquely situated to be the best candidate to run against Schweikert.
Now, not to be too cheeky here, but in your campaign video, you describe yourself and the Red Cross rushing to the scene of disasters. Is that why you want to go to Congress?
Well, right now Congress is a disaster, and I know how to fix disasters, so that might be part of it. But frankly, you know, right now Congress is dysfunctional. It is blatantly dysfunctional. And what we need is people who understand public policy, who understand national security, who understand small businesses. I grew up in a small family with a small restaurant. So all of these things, we keep sending people to Congress that don't have the right experiences and qualifications.
And to be clear, your last job here was as Director of Arizona and New Mexico for the Red Cross?
Yep, I was a Chief Executive Officer of Red Cross for Arizona and New Mexico.
And you spent much of your career?
Yes, I spent over 16 years with the American Red Cross, both at Washington, D.C. and here in Arizona.
Okay. Let's talk about the issues. There is a standoff right now over aid to Israel. The Democratic caucus is split over support for the war against Hamas. Should President Biden call for a ceasefire?
I think right now there should be a ceasefire. And the thing is, again, I know these things. I work for the Red Cross. I understand international law. I understand humanitarian law. I actually had people that taught that at the Red Cross. And right now, what is going on there, horrific, right? Hamas is a terrorist organization, full stop. They need to be eliminated. But you also have to conduct warfare under the rules of war.
How difficult is it for you in this situation to reconcile the political side, say if you were in Congress, with the humanitarian side you've worked on for so many years?
Yeah, well, that's another, I don't know if it's a distinct characteristic of mine, but you know, what I say is what I mean. My positions don't change. And so look, everything anybody ever stands for, there's some people that aren't going to agree with you. People are going to agree with you around food stamps. They're not going to agree with you around, you know, how much we should spend on foreign aid or what we do along the border. So you have to stand on your principles. I've spent my entire life working to alleviate human suffering, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. That is my life's work.
Okay, let's talk about dollars and cents. Whoever wins this seat next November will likely have to cast a vote on whether to extend the Trump-era tax cuts. Would you vote to extend them?
Absolutely not. Absolutely, positively not.
Why not?
Because that is completely fiscally irresponsible. The Trump tax cuts added $3 trillion to our national debt, 10% of our national debt. That is fiscally irresponsible. I'm running as a Democrat. I'm running as a fiscally responsible person. The Republicans are not fiscally responsible.
Would you support tax increases to pay for Democratic initiatives?
On the very wealthy and corporations, yes. And most of those programs are fiscally responsible. They pay for themselves. Pre-K education. If we had universal pre-K education and we funded that, it pays for itself over and over and over. Many studies have shown that. That's what's fiscally responsible.
On the economy, is President Biden responsible for the inflation consumers have been dealing with, the inability to buy homes or even afford to rent homes, and high gas prices?
What I would say is no president is as responsible as most people think they are about anything related to the economy. The economy is massive, and it's a global economy.
And on reproductive rights, a proposed ballot initiative in Arizona next year would remove the state from any legal authority over abortion care. Do you support that?
I absolutely support the amendment that folks are working on to have a constitutional amendment for a woman's right to choose. I'm intimately knowledgeable about the language within that amendment, and I think that is absolutely the right thing to do. I believe in individual freedom and liberty. That used to be this Republican moniker. The Democrats believe in individual freedom and individual liberty. The Republicans don't. I believe in a woman's right to choose. That's individual liberty and individual freedom.
Kurt Kroemer, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.